Hi everyone, welcome to the Gratitude Cafe at the Retreat, Costa Rica. We're going to be making our grateful nachos. Vegan chorizo, nacho cheese, nachos, delicious. This is Chef Sergio. He has mastered the nacho. You've mastered the nacho.
Nice to meet you. How are you? It's really nice that you are here with us. In each place that you are seeing, we hope that you are in home, just starting home.
Come in closer guys. Come on.
The idea is we
Get
can
real
share
close.
a couple of recipes that we are just presenting for you for the Gratitude Cafe. Just like Diana, she said, we have some vegan nachos. So the idea is we can prepare some vegan chorizo, we can prepare some nacho cheese sauce. So we can combine with different dishes. So the idea is we can give it to you a couple ideas. So you can do it even in home, okay?
Okay, so vegan chorizo, what the heck is that? Chorizo is full of spices. It's meat. Instead of using meat, we use nuts. In this particular case, we're going to use walnuts as the meat. And goji berries. Goji berries not only add extreme antioxidant and immune boosting properties, but they are anti-aging, they're delicious. They form with the meat to create, they form with the nuts to create like a meat-like texture. It's really nice. So they work very well together. Along with tons of spices. All chorizo needs lots and lots of spices. What do we have in here?
This one we have some chili powder, we have some smoked paprika, garlic powder, some cumin, and some onion powder.
Okay, chili, paprika, garlic, onion, and cumin. Nuts, sun-dried tomatoes. These are homemade sun-dried tomatoes. Goji berries. What else, Sergio?
We have here some jalapenos.
And chorizo needs to be nice and spicy. So we've got some jalapenos from our garden. Okay. So he's going to put this into a food processor with an S blade. All right. How many cups do you have there?
Here we have 2 cups.
2 cups of soaked walnuts. You soak them for how long?
Yeah, like 1 hour.
1 hour. Soak the walnuts for 1 hour. It just kind of makes them a little bit more tender and easy to break down and gets a meat-like texture. If you have them too crunchy, you're going to notice that it's a nut and not a nut meat. Okay? So notice that he's pulsing. He's not keeping it going. There you go. See, he's getting it to a meat-like texture. Show them what it looks like up close. Get in there, guys. You see how it's broken down into almost like a ground meat or a ground sausage, which is what chorizo is. All right? There you go. The other thing about the goji berries is it makes it red. It gives it that sausagey, meaty look and feel. Tomatoes and goji berries give it the right color that you're looking for. If you don't make your own sun-dried tomatoes, you can buy sun-dried tomatoes in oil. Use the oil as well. The oil is nice. It's enriching. Gets that fatty chorizo texture that you want in the meat. Not too much. Not too much. There we go. You really want to play with your pulsing. You don't want to do it. You don't want to have it going long term. You want to pulse until you get the right texture. So it's better to be cautious and slow and gentle, and then work your way up.
Can you repeat to us what we are doing? What Sergio is doing for us?
We
Just for the people who are a little late.
Sergio is making vegan nacho cheese and chorizo nachos from the Gratitude Cafe at the Retreat, Costa Rica. I'm telling you, people come from all over Costa Rica just to have these nachos. He's served in a big fat bowl. Look at that. Nice size. We're layered with chips and... Ooh, what do you got going there?
This is all there, some spices.
Okay. You're going to mix it, hand mix it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you always hand mix it?
Sorry?
Do you always hand mix it?
Yeah.
Why?
This one needs to have like a better texture because again we don't want to over blend it.
Okay. So he's going to mix it by hand because we want to have the texture is perfect, and if we pulse any more, it's going to be overly pulsed. It's going to be too fine. It's going to become more like a creamy liquid rather than a chunky meat. If you put the spices in with the walnut in the beginning and pulse, you should also be fine. Notice he's wearing his gloves. He told me that his hands are drunk from all the alcohol he's been using. So salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. Remember, salt and pepper is always it's up to you. I mean, how much spice you put in, how much salt and pepper is entirely up to you. Everybody has a different salt kind of palate. Generally, chorizo is very, it's got a lot of flavor, a lot of spice, a lot of oomph to it. So you definitely want to make sure that it has enough. Get all that spice on the bottom, mix that in. And of course, oh my God, it smells so good. It smells so good. You can't smell the spices, but you're going to have to trust me. It smells fantastic. Okay. And the jalapenos. Wait a minute. Only half. He's afraid of hot. What's the matter? Is it too hot for you?
Pretty much.
Okay.
In this case, we remove the seeds, the veins in the middle, because there is all the spices, the spice coming from. So depends how spicy do you want to have it.
All right.
It's better to take it out.
Let's let them take a look. We're going to set this aside. It looks like the inside of a sausage casing of chorizo. You know, you can use these if you want to make anything that you would normally use with chorizo and eggs. You can put it in a salad, make a taco salad. There's so many things you can do with this particular meat. Okay, so now we're going to make the nacho cheese sauce. I'm very proud of this sauce. I created this a long time ago, and Sergio has perfected it. So we're going to be using soaked cashews, whole cashews, raw, organic. This is nutritional yeast. When you add nutritional yeast and salt together, you get a cheese flavor. If you add a little lemon juice, you get a really sharp cheese flavor. What's that?
This is some homemade spicy sauce.
Ah,
Fermented.
and homemade fermented spicy sauce. You gonna tell us how you did this?
Yeah, there we have some.
Talk to them.
Oh, sorry. So we have there some garlic, some onions, bell pepper, some spices from the garden. So we fermented like around 2 days in water with salt to keep it outside just with some controlled temperature, and then we separate all the solid with the liquid. Then you can blend it, and then you can have like some homemade spicy sauce in home.
Okay, so let me clarify that. You have you take water and salt, then you put in chili.
Chili.
What kind of chili?
We can use some Peruvian ají or some jalapenos.
Jalapeno. Okay.
Yeah.
Jalapeno, the red ones. Okay.
Then we have some onions.
Onion.
We have some bell pepper. We have some garlic.
Red, green bell peppers. Red or green? Red
is
sweet
better
peppers.
for the
Okay.
color. And that's it.
And garlic.
Yeah.
Okay, and then just let it ferment for 2 days. Outside, a little bit of air, right?
No, you close it.
Close it
because
completely?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want that be too much like fermented.
Then you take the liquid out,
Yeah.
and then you blend into
Just
this
as-
perfect sauce.
yeah.
And you can, okay, so it's already salted and everything. It's like a great salsa.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Like a very homemade.
Fantastic. Homemade salsa.
Okay.
Okay. How much nutritional yeast are you using?
This is 3/4 of cup.
And how many cashews?
We have 2 cups.
So we have 2 cups of cashews soaked for about an hour to 2 hours. We have 3/4 of a cup of nutritional yeast.
And 2 cups of water.
2 cups of water. You guys want to come around here? Come over here and see. 2 cups of water.
And precious lemon.
One, how many? One? One fresh lime or lemon, lime. I prefer limes when it comes to, you know, Mexican food kind of ideas. So, and then you've got like, it looks like you only have a tablespoon. I think this is pretty spicy stuff. Now, if you don't make your own salsa, pick your favorite salsa. If you want a mild nacho cheese, you can buy a salsa. You can get medium, hot, whatever you want. You can make it red, you can make it yellow, whatever it is. It'll all work, but you definitely want to get that spice in there. That's going to make the difference between a cheese sauce and a nacho cheese sauce. So he's using the blender in there. It's going to get nice and thick. He wants to move the cashews around. You put salt in? Okay. About a teaspoon. More. With this one. Himalayan sea salt. And he's making quite a mess on the counter here. 2 teaspoons of Himalayan sea salt. I always think it's better to go with like 1.5, and then if you want a little bit more, because the balance of nutritional yeast with the salt is really important. And I like a really tangy sauce, so I want it to be a little more, the lemon, you kind of play with your flavors, because when you're working with flavors like this, you don't know, it's all natural. Okay? Now, excited. Oh, you didn't tell me about this.
Yeah. Okay. So here we have some beans, black beans. This one in particular, we put some tomatoes, a little bit of onion, garlic, and some pepper and some cilantro. Actually, pretty much all the ingredients are coming from our garden right now. Just saute a little bit of oil, and then the rest of the ingredients, and then we'll be ready.
Okay, so hold on a second. He makes it sound so easy, right? So you made the black beans first. All right, so you soaked them, you boiled them, etc. Then in a pan, you put oil, tomato, pepper, onion, garlic, cilantro too?
Yeah,
and cilantro.
Yeah.
Tomato, onion, garlic, cilantro, and peppers. Saute them to create a nice, tasty, delicious black bean topping for the nachos. Yum! Look at this. Look at that meat.
Okay. So
All right.
now we're preparing something for the gallo, like something really traditional. So we have like the tomatoes are coming from our garden. We have some cilantro. This coming as well from there.
Okay.
We have some onions and some lime, right?
Okay. Basic pico de gallo. Tomato, onion, cilantro, and lime. Fresh. You gotta have something fresh on top, because we're gonna have this spicy meat on top of chips. We're gonna have this delicious savory beans, this tart, tangy nacho cheese on top, and then we're gonna put some pico de gallo to have some freshness along with some avocado. Now, if you're really into guacamole, you can also make your guacamole and put that on top as well. Are we doing a cashew sour cream on top or no?
Just with the sauce.
Ah. You can also make a cashew sour cream to top it. And remember, this is your nacho. These are the grateful. I think we put them on the grateful nachos though, right? We just didn't make it.
The tortillas for the tacos.
So at the Gratitude Cafe here, we make portobello tacos
With cassava tortilla.
with homemade cassava tortillas, and we put guacamole and cashew nutty on top, cashew sour cream, and then we also have a hearts of palm crab cake with our cashew tartar sauce, which are amazing, delicious. We have our sweet potato based pizzas with 3 different flavors. What else do we have? Oh, we have amazing ceviche, homemade ceviche here with the coconut foam, and it's ridiculous. What's the other one?
Rainbow. We have the rainbow with the...
We make a local grain bowl, but kind of healthy style, with quinoa, brown rice. We layer with black beans, plantains, all the delicious stuff that comes along with eating in Costa Rica.
Yeah, and then we have our smoothies and our drinks.
Oh, there's another dish that we're missing. Nachos.
Nacho the crab cake, we have the ceviche.
We have the tacos. What else do we have?
We have the crab
Pizzas.
cakes. Soon we want to have the sloppy jacks as well.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm so excited. So we make these cashew buns that are, you can't even imagine that you can make cashew buns, like I'm talking like hamburger buns, out of cashews. And then we take jackfruit and we have a papaya barbecue sauce. So we make sloppy jacks, we call them jacks, sloppy joes, but with jackfruit. And we make little sliders. Those are ridiculous. Jackfruit's not in season right now, but it'll be in season in July. So we'll be ready to go when people start traveling again.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Super simple. You see how fresh that is? A little bit of salsa, a little bit of tomato, onion, cilantro, salt and pepper. I love the smell of that. It's fantastic. Fantastic. feel like a little kid peering over. What else you got going on?
For the moment, we just have all our scene here. We have the tortillas.
Okay, pick your tortillas. I like organic. We get some beautiful organic corn tortillas. A lot of the stuff is made here in Costa Rica, very fresh from local people. But you know, if you like them blue corn, if you like red corn, whatever, just put it whatever you want. If you want to home make them yourself, if you want to get cassava tortillas or whatever it is that makes you happy, you can use that. You just need something to scoop up the deliciousness of all these components together. All right, he's putting on his, covering up his drunk hands. I'm not touching anything.
Okay.
I wish you could smell this. I wish you could smell what I smell. I feel like I'm in a taqueria, you know, with all the spices and the beans and the tortillas. It's just amazing.
Okay, people, just to prepare this, it's like a very simple. You have to put a little bit of tortillas, whatever you want to put in here. We have a little bit of some our beans.
Remember, you can layer this however you like. If you want to put extra beans, extra chorizo, extra sauce, whatever you like the most, break it up. There you go, nice.
Okay, something that I like to do when I prepare some nachos is to put enough that everything will be like a pretty nice and covered.
That way every chip has tons of food on it.
Sometimes when you go to some places, they just, in the final you have a lot of chips, but you don't have nothing in there. So the idea is to put like enough, everything that you can cover it and have all the flavor in every place.
Oh, smell of that. So we're making it on the fly here, obviously, because we want to make sure that we have enough time to show you everything. When you put this in the refrigerator, it'll last up to, 10 days or more. It's a little liquid right now because it's warm. So when you put it in the refrigerator, the cashews are going to start forming a little bit. If you make it a little bit thicker, it'll still be okay. But remember, when you take it out of the refrigerator, you might have to spoon it into, it'll be more solid. So in some ways, it's better to err on the liquid. It's almost a perfect texture. I think it could be just a little bit less liquid. Making a mess there? Oh, here.
Thank you. Okay, in this case, I just put like 2 layers. You can put even 3 or 4, depends how much you want to have it. For the last thing that I like to do is use our pico de gallo.
I'd say you can make a party, but you're not allowed to have any friends over right now. See, that makes me happy. Do you put avocado too?
Yeah.
So Diana, pretty much it's like a layers.
Layer, just layer your nachos. That's what I'm saying. If you're having, this is something that you can do later, because when you have people over, just make a big platter of them and let everybody dig in. Look at that. That is a beautiful nacho plate, I think.
There we go.
There we go. But the test is in the taste. So, camera people, you're going to have to dig in. Hold on, let him get his avocados in there. Nothing's complete without avocados. Yum, yum.
Oh my God, somebody have to sacrifice.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice. There you go. Voila. These are our grateful nachos. We call them grateful nachos because we are so grateful for them. Yum, yum, yum.
There's a little bit of fresh cilantro, Costa Rican little rock cilantro a lot of.
Beautiful.
We have some fresh one in there. Who's yours, guys?
Excelente. I'm going in. There we go. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Bon appetit. Oh my Lord.
How was that?
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you. Yep, we'll see you next, we'll see you next Wednesday at 4:30. Okay. We'll see you next
Wednesday
time.
at 4:30. Should I share it with the story?